Al, it's a 1-6 versus a 6-1. Is there a chance for a letdown tonight?
Well, you'd like to think not, and that's one thing John Hufnagel has always stressed with this team, that the most important game of the season is the next one, and that's the situation they're in. You know, on paper, like you suggest, it's not a pretty picture for the BC Lions right now. The Calgary Stampeders, on the other hand, riding high in the CFL. But the last time they went into Empire Field in Vancouver, it was a close game, 27-22 back in early August, and that's enough of a reminder that you cannot afford a letdown against that team. Plus, you know, you got the Wally Buono factor, obviously one of the greatest coaches in CFL history. You can't underestimate what he can do. Casey Printers, one of the great quarterbacks in the league, and G.Y. Simon, assuming he's healthy, Paris Jackson. There's some players on that offense that have to be reckoned with.
But coming off the layoff, it's a prime opportunity for a team to come up flat.
There's always that risk in the CFL, but again, you know, I think that's one thing that John Hufnagel has done a nice job of over the years, is making sure to avoid those letdowns. And the Stampeders, you know, and if you want to example that, look at the last time they played against Edmonton. I mean, that's a terrible football team. There was a trap game, a potential trap game. We all saw what happened in that game against Edmonton. So Calgary, I don't see any reason why you'd expect that they would let down tonight.
What should fans be looking for tonight?
I think it'd be very interesting to see mostly what BC can do against this Calgary defense. Casey Printers has been taking some hellacious hits this year, obviously, and that offensive line has been a real problem. And Calgary's defense has been forcing offensive lines into slip-ups like that. They've got a great front seven that just constantly brings heat, and I think it'll be a good sign for Calgary if Casey is out of the pocket early and often tonight.
After a 2-week break, is this a happy and healthy, confident team?
Sure look that way. I mean, they got a lot of things going in the right direction. Obviously, they're mostly healthy. It's, apart from looking like Charleston Hughes and Justin Phillips, the two defensive ends, won't play tonight with hamstring injuries. But for the most part, they are very healthy. They're solid on offense. Obviously, their receiving core is really shaping up now that Kenyon Rambo's back in. Joffrey Reynolds closing in on the all-time career rushing record for the Stampeders. A lot of things looking in the right direction for the Stampeders.